let's now get through our other bonus events of the Derby class, as this time we are doing level 2. And I think this time I'm going to use the Roma, just because I feel like I want to do this in no particular order, and also because I feel like since I have now used the splitter for one of these special events, I might as well use my 2 other cars as well. And I figure whilst I'm here, just to upgrade the strength of this thing, I'm going to put on these body part upgrades, just to strengthen this thing, if you know what I'm talking about. Because why not? And I suppose, just as a bonus, I could probably give this thing a little more acceleration. It's just a little nitpicking, if you will, over what parts I want to just put on this thing. I think that should be fine. So let's now move on to our level 2 events, as we've got the parking lot derby and the skyscraper derby, and then after that we're doing bowling. So let's get through the parking lot derby, and then as to what I do after that, well, we'll wait and see. It is going to take a while for me to figure out how to win the stadium events. Well, my car might be slow, but it has the sturdiness, and that is what I want to use it for. At least I do get some bonus money, so there is that. Anyway. I need some more power in this thing, so that's what I'm going to do. Okay. Let's see, what else can I do? Yeah, I'll put in the gearbox. And yeah, I think that should do it. And just as a little precaution, I'll put in the modified suspension. I spent a little more money than I was wanting to, but because of the money it gives out, I might as well just try this again and see if the money I eventually get paid out does manage to pay off. So that's why I'm trying this again. Because I can. And also because I really want to get that prize money. Do whatever it goddamn takes to win. That's what I want to do. I actually want to win this now. Okay, please actually continue to hit the AI the way I want to hit them. At least I get a power hit on Jack, which is one thing that helps out. And I get a super hit on Frank, who gets hit again by whoever that was. And I got 2 wrecks on both Sophia and Katie, and now I'm trying to get another one on Ray. And out goes Sally. I still have a good amount of health left, so let's try and see if I can preserve that. I really hope I can manage to successfully preserve whatever health I have left, and I am stuck. I had to reset there. I think I would have been drilled otherwise. And I just took out Jason, so that's now 3 opponents I have wrecked, and there's actually not a lot of health left from the AI. I'd say the healthiest of us is probably Sally, unless she went out earlier on. No, I think that might be Sophia. Oh, that was Ray. Okay. Well, there's 3 of us left. And there we go, I have wrecked Frank. The one guy who I wanted to get revenge on, I have now got my revenge on. As I put a slam on Sophia, I should have enough health left to take her out, even though I'm pretty sure she will try and do the same thing to me, but either way, I'm trying to make sure I do to her what the AI have done to me, which is basically beat their asses to death, which is what you have to do in a demolition derby. Winner! I got there eventually, and Frank scored 69 points. Nice. And I won in the end with 102. Last man standing, also the last man to score 100 points, as I got 5 wrecks and the 15-point bonus that comes with it. I just wanted to make sure I won that one, because I wanted to. And also because I just wanted to make sure that I did win this. But there we go. So the derbies I will go for the wins in, but the stadium events, I'm not so sure. However, I'm not sure if I'll really have enough time to get on with the bowling today. Tomorrow I definitely will, but probably not today. I'll probably just do the other derby after this, and then we'll just move on to whatever it is we want to do next. That's pretty much my plan for this. Okay, I think that should do it. I think that's enough video evidence there for a thumbnail. I will be winning the derby events, but for the stadium events, well, that remains to be seen. Depends on how much I want it. Although the high jump, however, is something I probably won't win. So a 1500 credit bonus, I got 16 slams, 3 power hits, 1 super flip, 1 blast out, and I wrecked 5 opponents. So that's now 3 event's done, and now let's move on to the Skyscraper Derby. And as for the bowling, well, it depends on how long this next derby takes. Because I have already been going at this now for a while. But I have at least made some good progress. I figured that would be the best way to start, considering we're very much on top of a skyscraper. Somehow Jack is still alive, and now he's dead. And I get wrecked by Sally. Okay, let's try that again. Also, we had a tie for the win in that attempt between Sally and Frank. Anyway, gotta be the last man standing if I want to win. That much I know for sure. I also have to make sure I get my hits in early, so people do not immediately catch me napping. I did some serious damage there to Sophia in that instance. Anyway, I get a power hit on Sophia, and Frank gets the slam on me as he's trying to force me into the concrete. I will make sure he repents that, as I successfully take out Sophia and avoid further carnage. Which is a good thing, because that's kind of what I need to do. Or at least take as minimal damage as possible. Because that's just how fucking insane demolition derbies can really get. At least my understanding of them anyway. They do get pretty crazy, to say the least. And when I mean pretty crazy, I mean they get very fucking crazy. And out goes Jason. I think I do have enough health left to keep delivering the hits I need to deliver. And Frank has got some pretty heavy damage, so he looks like someone good to hit, although I instead wind up hitting Jack, which I think is also okay. And someone else fell on the ground there. I have no idea if that person was run over or not. And Sally is now out, so that just leaves 3 of us. Myself, Katie, and Frank. And Frank at the moment is not really doing anything, so I might as well just get rid of him. If I can somehow. And that's probably the real question. And not really something I'm managing to do very well at the moment either. Even though I did get the rack on him. Now it's just between me and Katie. Who will flinch first? Hopefully it won't be me. Take a little bit of a side swipe there, but able to continue the run as long as Katie does not stop my run before this is all over. She avoids me, and I do get a sensible power hit on her, so I could very well be on course to winning this. Somehow she's still alive. I don't know how, but she is somehow still alive. And now she isn't. And I wrecked right at the finish, but that's okay, because I get the overall win. 101. I wrecked 3 vehicles and I got 15 bonus points for being the last man standing. So to put it simply, I basically dominated that one. I keep forgetting you have to go back to the menu once you've won for some reason. I keep forgetting the checkered flag is what you need to restart, not to back out of it. Could also be because I have been going at this now for a while, so I probably do need to get moving. I think I do have enough time to actually get on with one more event, and I accidentally skipped past the stats. But whatever, it's fine. We've done the demolition derbies. Now let's get on with the bowling. And by this time, I've used the afterburner, so I think this time, yeah, let's use the Trailblazer. I think this is based off of a Chevy El Camino, if I'm not mistaken. I think I might know what you have to do here. Basically, you have to run up to the line, and then you basically have to see just how many bowling pins you can score. Launch your driver into the bowling alley and hit as many pins as possible. There are 5 rounds with 2 tries per round. Bonus points are awarded for spares and strikes. Okay, let's see how this tutorial works. I think it's just like ordinary bowling. Press and hold the launch button to increase the launch angle. Release the button to set the angle and launch your driver. Low to medium angles usually yields best results. Do not cross the fault lines or your try is forfeit. In flight, use the aerobatics controls to maneuver your driver. Maneuvering reduces your airspeed. For that extra push, press the launch button to nudge just as you are reaching the pins. And that was a strike. I'm pretty sure I will not score a strike, but if I can get near enough to a strike, then I think I should be okay. After all, I'm not exactly going for the best possible results. I just want to make sure that I get a top 3 result is all. And that went horribly. I only scored 2 pins. However, no one else really seemed to be bothered about scoring either, so I think this is probably where I'm going to get swarmed by the AI, because I'm not really that good at bowling in real life anyway. And that also failed. Yeah, that was pretty terrible in all honesty. Yeah, no, I'm gonna try that again. That was pretty terrible before. I want to make sure I'm actually trying to hit the pins instead of avoid them. That's actually what I want to try and do. And I go straight over them. That was terrible. Okay, I need to make sure I get either 30 degrees or below. Okay, well that's more like it. I think I'm okay with 7 pins. I'll take that. It's a lot better than what I set before, when I only scored 4 pins. So I will gladly take 7. That's a much better score than what I was anticipating. Yes, I got the spare. Let's go. I got the spare on my second run. That's awesome. That's actually awesome. Okay, let's continue the stunt. I know these other runs are probably going to be null and void, but at least I got the spare. And you know what? I'm actually glad I got that spare. How many did I get? I only got 4. Well, that's annoying. But at least I got a bonus point for the spare anyway. So I'm going to assume I must have scored another 7 for the spare. But we'll see what we can do. I don't think I'm going to win this, but if I can get a top 3, then I'll be okay with it. Then I think I'll be okay with it. And I only score 2 this time. Well, I still get 6, so... yeah, I think that's okay for now. However, Katie this time got the spare, so... guess we'll just have to wait and see what happens. I don't think I'm going to score a strike. But if I can at least get scores that are higher than 5 pins, then I think we should be in a good position. From what I can see. I think I went too low on that one. I only scored 3. I think this is probably where my lead is going to go away. Come on, get it in, get it in, get it in. I still have none of it. Well, at least I scored 5. However, I'm pretty sure this is where my lead goes away now. Yeah, I thought so. Jason now has the advantage. Still, I don't think anyone has actually really thought about including bowling in a racing game. That's actually pretty impressive. By Bugbear to think about doing that. That's more like it. I think I scored 8. Yeah, I did score 8. That's more like it. More like where I'm supposed to be. Okay, so I gotta aim for the right hand side on this one. Just gotta make sure I get it right. Let's see. Come on, come on. Okay, I think I got the spare. That's good. I got my second spare of the run. However, I am still down in 3rd. But at least I'm among the top half, contenders. Unfortunately, there also had to be... So this is the 5th and final round, where this time instead of 2 runs we get 3, so let's see how we go. Hopefully we can at least do well enough to get some more pins on the board, and we don't. It would be nice if I could actually retry the whole round, because then I would be in a better position. Jason just had to score the strike. Oh my god, I actually scored the spare with the other 9 pins. I have no idea how I got that to work, but I somehow did. That was amazing. That was absolutely amazing, is what that was. Anyway, final set of pins. Hopefully the points I have will be enough to give me second. I'll be amazed if this one turns out to be a strike. But we'll wait and see. And it does not. I only score 3. Is it still good enough for a top 3 though? Okay, that's fine. Yeah, there was no way I was beating Jason once he scored that strike. That just wasn't possible. But anyway, so Jason winds up the clear winner. I will say he played very well. I finished second with 49, Katie was third with 46, Jack 4th with 40, then Sally 5th, Sophia 6th, Ray Carter 7th, and Frank finished last, only scoring 2 on each of his runs. Sucks to be him, I guess. And after 45 minutes of recording, I think it's a good time to call it a day, because I have been at this now for a few hours, and I think I have made some good progress. I could do the level 3 bonus events if I really wanted to, but at this time, I don't think that's really necessary. So another 1300 credits to me, and I am up to 21,400. So the derbies, I will win, but the stadium events, I'm not so bothered about those, as we have got 3 derby bowls to get through, and hopefully the car I have has enough performance to get through all 3. And that is what we will be doing tomorrow, because I have been at this now for a while, and I think that's what we're going to do tomorrow. So, next time on FlatOut 2, Derby class level 3 bonus events.